Arnkel Baldersdottir trudged slowly north, through blackened mud and sludge, but her legend strode a faster pace, to Styr Stigson's ears. The foe of Balder had died of age, long before any justice struck, but as yet his son Styr lived to bear the wounds of old and elders' vows. To him came tales of the Fairbringer, who drank the goat's milk with the warriors, and kept by her side a blade that she would never unsheath, but for one day and for the sake of one long dead. As Othin cherished the family of Balder, so his blood brother prized that of Stig. The Riddler had given his strength to Arnkel, and so had the Lie-smith his wretchedness to Styr the Ice Son. The two women walked through thickest snow and sailed through jagged white-foamed waves, until at the 20th winter of Arnkel's life, they anchored at the shores of Styr's land. Then Arnkel turned to the White Singer and spoke. "My friend, you fought but once, and never since lifted your knife's blade. You are not bound by vengeance, nor are you meant at Othin's feast. I free you now of friendship's duty, and urge you to turn south." The scarred skald laughed, as sweet a sound as Freya's verse. "Oh, you are well named, Fairbringer, seeker of truth and even-handed, though today your wishes are misspent. You may die in battle, and then you shall escape hell's ash-grey claws, and banquet at the spear-shaker's side, awaiting Ragnarök with mead and song. But how may I escape the mist-clad world of Fenrir's sister? The hall of the Aesir will not open for me, unless I can weave a legend worthy, a story as glorious as you promised to be. Frey is the only god to ever shelter skulls, and his favours aren't spent idly. He will not shed a tear for a wasted poet. But we might meet again in Asgard, if only you let me follow you, and tell the story frozen fire will carve out of the worthless flesh of foes." Thus she spoke, and thus the wolf woman yielded to her stay. They crossed the beach's dust-grey sand, under the weight of dust-grey sky, to the barren village Kaldervik of sea-soaked wood and smoky fires. The cold bite gnawed at them, even inside the birch-trunk long hall, where the Jarl of so wet and bleak a land told them all that was to know. "The man you search lives near, and knows of your soon coming, so he invited every foe you ever made to numerous feasts of mead and meat. In drunkenness he keeps them, as he keeps them in rage." But the Fairbringer would not heed the Jarl of Kaldervik's foreboding, as he was known to be a slave-born son, as washed by fate as the city he held was washed by sea. Hild Holsdottir wavered his mind with softer words, and so to the White Singer he spoke of where the Ice Sun cowered. "He lives a rust away towards the sinking sun, in a house of stone and twined trees, the Füllholr." At the cursed name he shivered. He had met 3 croaking crows upon that thatch, and those 3 calls were hex enough. So Othin's ward and her legend weaver, as deeply scarred as she, went forth together through the trees into the icicle still silence. Styr Stigson and his herd of hunters were chasing easy game and iron's taste, the new wielder of bloodthirst, as thirsty for red as the Fairbringer was for fire. And what sound they made! The thunderclap of blows and twanging bows, of hooves a grinding stone, were storm enough for beasts to flee, trail enough for wolves to follow. Upon a plain of snow-shielded white, the steeds came panting misty breath, their bodies steaming in the winter light. A voice as soft as falling flakes are sharp was heard from above the blanched hill. "You travelled this forest hunting for prey, and found predator. Come, dear hunters, and meet the wolf in woman's skin. The story smith, clothed in ermine fur, shivered not from cold, for such words made wicked yowls climb from the clustered men. With all fathers ever calm, Arnkel spoke again. Styr, son of my ice-hearted foe, revenge's liquor runs in your veins. My blade craves to stain the snow withal. Thanks for watching part 2 of the saga. Next up is the fierce battle itself, with Styr outnumbering Arnkel in good old Viking fashion. We'll see who shall prevail. Please check out Hazel who took the photos, and if you liked the video don't hesitate to leave a like or subscribe. See you in a fortnight!